if someone publishes a book under your name that was created with artificial intelligence and it has nothing to do with you or your books? Let's talk to everybody's favorite IP and entertainment lawyer, Tony, to find out more.
My name is Tony Oikasas. I'm an adjunct professor of entertainment law and IP at New York Law School, and I have an Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok account called The IP Professor that's dedicated to all things intellectual property.
Tony, we've had an interesting situation in the publishing industry recently where someone used an AI to generate books, and then they put an author, a real author's name on them, and put them on all of the buying platforms connected to that author's name. They have nothing to do with the author, they have nothing to do with the author's books, but now they're all connected, and she's struggling to deal with the aftermath of this. As authors, if we have somebody use an AI to create a book and then attach it to our name, what do we do?
So first step is to gather as much information as you can and take it straight to a lawyer. Because what this sounds like is a textbook case of personality right infringement. So personality rights are kind of like an under the radar discussion in the IP world. You obviously hear more about copyrights, trademarks, patents. Those are the big three of IP, but personality rights are kind of getting a bit more of the limelight attention, especially in light of college athletes now being compensated for their name, image, and likeness. And probably if you've ever watched a commercial that even features an actor, that's likely because they've consented to their name, image, and likeness to be used in some capacity. Obviously, this is also very much a hot button topic right now with the SAG strike, with this AI proposal from AMPTP. So the premise of personality right, or what qualifies as a personality right infringement, is that an entity uses one's name, image, and likeness without permission for commercial use. Kind of the key there is obviously for commercial use. What would qualify as commercial use? Basically anything that invokes commercial activity. So for example, advertising, very, very heavy in the being commercial use, because the whole premise of an ad is to solicit the sale of a user or consumer to go to the store and buy the shirt that's being advertised on the television ad, or to buy the book that's being advertised. There are some people, and I think this is a bit of the divide in the legal community, that, could the book itself, the actual product itself, be commercial in nature, because it has a price tag, and that's as much of an encouragement to solicit a sale as an advertisement campaign. Some lawyers say, no, it's not. Others say, yes, it is. So, like I said, the great divide that does exist in the legal world. I'm more of the person that would say that would qualify as commercial activity, because at the end of the day, having a price tag that could be relatively cheap or moderate or reasonable could be enough of a catalyst that could encourage somebody to pick that product off the shelf, put it in their cart, and go ahead and buy it officially and own that copy. So given these factors, I mean, this feels like a textbook case of personality right infringement, when someone that is using an AI engine to generate a book and slaps the name of an author that they themselves didn't write, that they didn't get permission, that person didn't get permission from the author. They just went ahead and put it on a book cover, and that could be the worst written book of all time. And now you have to deal with, a landmine of issues. Now you're going to deal with bad reviews. You have to deal with damage control, bad PR. It's a ripple effect there. So obviously there's a massive personality right infringement claim, in the waiting in the wings there. I think that this also could breed a bit of a defamatory type of cause of action as well, maybe in the realm of defamation. Obviously, defamation deals with statements that are, when someone says that someone else made a statement, knowing that it was false, still with reckless disregard, still makes that statement public. This is very common across the board in the entertainment industry, with celebrities also being victims of defamation or making defamatory statements themselves. Maybe there's something there as well. But even then, I just think that this just reads like a textbook case of personality right infringement. And so working with a lawyer to gather all the details, including who the publisher was of that specific book, because odds are when you, let's say, upload a book on Amazon, all that information would be laid out aside from the author. And I think also having the cooperation of Amazon, where they could provide certain data by way, and probably that could only be acquired by way of a subpoena, that is probably something that could lead towards an understanding of who the person was that uploaded it, and kind of lead then to the next steps of the lawsuit in the making.
That makes a lot of sense. So if we are experiencing this, It is wise to make sure you have all your details laid out, ready to go, and then you go and have a conversation with your lawyer. Do not try to navigate this without a lawyer. As with most things in this publishing industry, we want to make sure we are safe and legally protected, and you and I don't qualify unless we're actually lawyers. So get yourself a lawyer. They understand the law. They can help you navigate this, and they can make sure that they are the go-between between you and whatever it is that you're going to have to deal with. If you've got questions on this, go ahead and drop it down below. We're going to be following how this case plays out because there's a lot going on and we're seeing a lot of this. And we know that Amazon and some of these different book publishing platforms are providing resources for us. They are helping when it comes to people just dropping AI generated content on the platforms. And so there's a lot of movement forward. There's a lot of standing still with this, and we will be breaking that down for you as these things happen. So follow along for more. If you have things that come up, please let us know. We will look into these for you. And if you're seeing things happen, come here first. We're going to have the conversation for you. As always, you can drop your questions down below on the legal side of publishing. Tony's coming back for upcoming episodes, but you can also reach out to him online. Tony, where can everybody find you?
You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at the IP Professor, and you can check out my entertainment law podcast called End Scene. New episodes drop every Friday on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Your questions down below and follow along for more legal side of publishing episodes coming out, as well as daily videos helping you navigate your publishing journey from writing to publishing to marketing to make this your most profitable year ever with less work, less stress, less input so that you can live your best life while also living out your author dreams. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes.